12 hours a day.
So I definitely can speak to this because Department of Revenue, so you're a government employee. You probably work either for the state, because if you worked for the feds, it'd be the Internal Revenue Service. So you probably work for maybe a state revenue service, which is basically like a state level of IRS. Bro, the biggest thing as for you government employees that want to go ahead and transition into entrepreneurship is you got to understand is that you have to learn how to being comfortable being uncomfortable. And the thing is with government employees, etc., they typically, and the government is like the biggest slave work because they give you just enough to pay all your bills and have a little bit of extra money to kind of live a certain lifestyle. And a lot of people, become addicted to that. The most addicting thing you could give someone is a stable paycheck. Yeah. And a lot of government employees fall victim to that and they don't necessarily want to expand. And deep down in the back of your mind watching this content, like, okay, I can do better. I can make more money. This 40-hour work week is cool and all, but I could do better. And bro, 40 hours per week ain't nothing. I'll be honest with you. Like, it's nothing. You should be working, I tell you guys all the time, like, as a young man, you should be working easily 60 to 80 hours a week with no question. So you absolutely have the time to go out and get a side hustle. The problem is that you're very comfortable at where you're at with your government position. You got your retirement, you got your pension, you got your Roth, whatever it may be that you have all these things set up, and you're making just enough money to pay your bills. But bro, you need to take some of that money that you're making, that expendable income that you're making, save it, invest, and then be prepared to work that extra 2, 3, 4, 5 hours outside of work, right? When you get out at 4, and create this side hustle that's going to allow you to at least to get to a point where you're making as much money, if not double the money, and then you can make the decision if you want to walk away from that job. Please go ahead. You had something.
Yeah. So I have a client named Matt who was working 80 hours a week. He had 2 jobs, juggling between 2 jobs, and he still had time to run his Amazon business. And then now he's doing 15K days, like 15K.
So what is your excuse, bro? 80 hours a week and a business?
Yeah.
What's your excuse?
You're only doing 40. 40 hours is nothing, guys. Like, and you're working 7:30 to 4. Yeah, you got to wake up early, etc. But that gives you plenty of time to start your side hustle. At, let's say you go home, you get home by like 5, take an hour, eat, rest, and then bam, by 6, 7 o'clock, you're on the computer making things happen, and you go to bed early. Now, here's the thing that you don't want to hear. You're going to have to give up your weekends sometimes. You're going to have to give up going out and hanging out with girls. You're going to have to give up drinking. You're going to have to give up going out and partying and having fun and doing all these things for probably the better part of a year or 2. But trust me, it's going to absolutely be worth it. When I was having my fitness business and I was doing the government shit at the same time, guys, I just accepted the fact that I'm going to have to be working all the time, right? And you're going to have to sacrifice certain things, but it's absolutely worth it, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely worth it. 40 hours per week, you can absolutely start a side hustle and make some, and instead of doing that overtime, go ahead and take that, maybe do the overtime for a bit, get the capital, invest into that side business, and get it going, man.
So KT said a very important point. He said, it's how bad you want it.
Yeah.
And you made a post on Instagram saying, every day you chase girls, get drunk, binge Netflix, cut corners, sleep in, and procrastinate is another day your parents have to work.
Yeah.
Enough messing around, time to get ahead, make your parents proud. I think that's beautiful, bro, because most of us, we just live life on easy mode, comfortable, go to jog, go to work, come home, watch TV, drink beer with friends, and then relax.
Yeah.
Versus, okay, I'm working a job, but my parents are still working too. I want to retire them and myself.
Exactly.
Why not?
Bro, you're going to have to, if you really want to do this, you're going to have to cut drinking. You're going to have to cut going out, doing a bunch of stupid shit on the weekends, and you're going to have to dedicate it to working and starting the side hustle so that you can escape that 9 to 5. And I feel you because I'm a former government employee. They pay you just enough where you're good and you're like, oh, okay, blah, blah, but you don't have that much expendable income. So take that expendable income that you have, save it, put it into the business, work. Don't spend that money doing dumb shit. You're going to save money anyway by working on your business regardless. And get yourself to a position where you're making just as much money on the side hustle as you are with your main hustle, and then you can decide what you want to do.
Yeah. That's real game right there. Like, you cannot skip the first part where you work very hard. Like the first phase, like I hear people saying work smart, which is good once you're able to work smart. But in the beginning, like there's one step you can't ever miss, which is working hard. Like you're going to have to work your ass off regardless.
Like you guys are seeing the finished product. Like you're seeing, right? He's able to walk his dog for 45 minutes in the morning, etc. But that 45 minutes, he had to pay to get that 45 minutes back. You understand? By learning, trials and tribulations, hiring someone to do it. But he did it through time, right? You guys see us now doing the podcast, etc. I had to pay to be here. I had to invest a significant amount of my money. I told y'all before, I invested about $40,000 to $50,000, guys, to get this podcast started. But how did I do that? Through my main job and my side hustle at the time, which was the fitness business. I was able to take that money and invest it and be able to get this thing going. That's how we started up, with good cameras up front, with good lighting up front. We were able to have a certain decor and a certain aura from the front because I was willing to invest the money up front. The more money you're willing to invest up front from your main job, the faster you can scale your business up and start returning a profit. But you got to be willing to literally sit there and work and sacrifice a lot of
time,
fun,
effort,
and time, right? Whether it's alcohol, drugs, whatever the hell you like to do in your free time, you're gonna have to sacrifice that, guys, in the first 2 years easily.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. I used to work at a tech company, and basically the culture was have fun. There's beer on tap. There's food, drinks on tap. Basically, you just show up to the office. There's ping pong. You could play video games at your job. It was crazy, and it's a very relaxed environment. So what happened is you come to work. Everyone just like huddle in the after room after work, and then go drink beer downstairs or like have fun or go to a party, right? And I was like, you know what? I want to buy property, but I got sacrificed because if I go party with them, I can't study real estate, can't study, save money or overtime. Mm-hmm. So I spent 2 years just staying late after work, working extra hours, and then set that money up and bought property. But it's sacrifice because you go party with your friends, you go waste time, like you're losing money. So.
Another thing too, another habit that a lot of you guys are going to have to kick, and a lot of you guys watching this right now are not going to like me for saying this, but you got to stop being a weekend warrior. A lot of you guys literally live your life for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Americans in general. You guys live your life for 3 days of the week. You work all week just to say, oh my God, it's Friday. The whole thank God it's Friday TGIF. Bro, if you're saying that, you fucked up in life. Real talk.
Yeah, and that's true.
And this is an uncomfortable conversation. A lot of you guys are hearing this right now, and you know I'm speaking to you. If you're sitting there waiting for Friday saying, thank God it's Friday, you failed in life. What that has effectively proven to me is that you don't like your job that much. It's a means to an end, and you're just sitting there because you're getting a paycheck. If you want to escape the matrix and not to say, thank God it's Friday, you need to go ahead and start a side hustle so that you can go ahead and the days of the week don't matter. Guys, the days of the week don't matter to us. We're working Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Labor Day. That doesn't even register. Yeah. Federal holiday doesn't even register to us.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as holidays for us.
And the weekend warrior has an infinite battle. It's always Monday right after Sunday.
Yeah.
So it never ends.
You know what I mean?
It never ends, bro.
So like, there's no such thing as like Labor Day. What is this stuff, man? And here's the thing. This is coming from a former government employee. I used to look forward sometimes to these holidays, or I don't got to work, blah, blah, blah. But then once I started doing big cases and I really started falling in love with the job, I didn't care about holidays anymore. I was working regardless. Now, I remember I would take a month-long vacation, but I'd still be writing Title III affidavits. So what I want y'all to do, guys, is find a career where you're not saying thank God it's Friday, or start a side hustle where it doesn't matter anymore. Mm-hmm. But if you want to escape the matrix and be saying stupid shit like, I'm working for the weekend and all this other crap, everybody's working for the weekend. Like, no, bro. No, that is literally the slave anthem. That is not where you want to be. You want to be working where it doesn't even matter what day it is. You're making money because you've created a business, you've created a skill set. You're able to go ahead and print money through your skill set versus trading time for money.
The irony of today being Labor Day and people aren't working is crazy, bro.